Well, I don't care about John Ossoff. I care about the people of Georgia. That's who I've been fighting for up here. This is a trust fund baby who never created an American job, who has questionable ties to the Chinese Communist Party, whose father bought him a little business. In the last 9 years, his largest client has been Al Jazeera. This is a man that will not answer the hard questions about his own background, and all they do really is lie about everybody else's background. So what I've been looking at is this, and that is what the American people want, what the people in Georgia want, is people who work for them. You mentioned the disaster relief. We've got the port deep in here. We rebuild our military in the state of Georgia. This kid, this young man, wants to tell people that he works for them when most of his money comes from big tech out in California. You better bet he's going to be in their deep pocket as we turn around and try to hold big tech accountable for their vagaries over the last 10 years. And also, when we stand up to China, ask this young man what he's going to do to the people who put money in his pocket the last 2 years. And he prevaricated and lied about it, hid it from the people in Georgia during his primary. So my plea to the people in Georgia is don't get confused by all the nonsense. My mom and dad were school teachers. I was raised on a farm. I promise you, my dad did not buy me a business. I worked my way through college just like my wife did. This is the American dream. This is what I want for my grandkids. If the Democrats get control, they will not have that opportunity. And that's what I'm fighting for in this election.
All right, Senator, we wish you the best. Thanks for joining us. I know you have a busy day, probably a lot of interviews. I know you're in quarantine. We wish you all the best. Sorry you had to experience the last few days of the campaign in quarantine, but glad you're tested negative.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.